Welcome to Anagni. Anagni is known as the city of popes. The city gave birth to none less than 4 popes, the most famous being Pope Boniface VIII. You're here for a treat. If you have already admired Michelangelo's Sistine Chapel in the Vatican and it left you breathless, then you're in for another unforgettable experience. Often called the Sistine Chapel of the Middle Ages, Anagni's Cathedral Crypt features frescoes that covered every inch of the walls and ceilings. To put this into perspective, this crypt was created several centuries before Michelangelo's masterpiece. Yet, it is astonishing how the vivid colors of these frescoes have survived in near-perfect conditions to this day. Now, there is some mystery in all these beautiful frescoes. No one knows who painted them. We know that the crypt itself was built at the same time the cathedral was constructed in the 12th centuries. But as far as who created these frescoes masterpieces, it's only speculated by historians that these artists might have been the monks. The frescoes depict a comprehensive biblical narrative. They illustrate the creation of the universe, the story of humanity. But what is unique and intriguing is that you will also notice some fresco depicting zodiac signs, which is a rare thing for the church to show in medieval time. So we know now that at that time spirituality was closely intertwined with cosmos and science. Due to its location under the cathedral, this crypt also served as a refuge for people during troubled times, offering shelter from invasions. Next, we will visit the Papal Palace. Now, to fully enjoy visiting this palace, you will need to know the story of the Slap of Anagni, which was a pivotal moment in the relationship between the Church and the monarch. We are in the year 1300. Until then, popes had considerable influence over kings, emperors, and political leaders. Popes claimed that the Church had authority not only over spiritual matters, but also over worldly affairs, until this event happened. Boniface VIII was not an easygoing, pious, mellow pope. As a matter of fact, Dante puts him in the Inferno for the sin of abusing his power as a pope by selling church positions. Like other popes before him, Boniface VIII believed that the Pope had a higher power than any kings, emperor, or future lords, and this was mainly the fuse that caused major rivalry between Boniface VIII and the King of France, Charles IV, who at the time wanted to tax the clergy of France to finance a war. Neither of these two powerful figures wanted to step back in their beliefs. So, before the Pope could excommunicate the King of France, Charles IV sent some of his military men to arrest the Pope. The Pope also had another enemy at that time. It was the powerful Roman Colonna family, to whom the Pope stripped their lands, their title, and even excommunicated them. The Pope did not like the Colonna family, because they openly questioned Boniface's legitimacy to the throne and papal authority. So the Colonna family offered alliance to the King of France, and a member of the Colonna family, named Sciarra, joined Charles IV's troops to arrest the Pope. This is when the infamous event took place. Sciarra Colonna broke down the door of the palace where the Pope had barricaded himself. At this point, the two met, and this is when Sciarra Colonna repeatedly slapped the Pope in the face and locked him up. This was referred to the outrage of Anagni, and it happened in this palace that is now open to the public. After a few days, he was freed by the people of Anagni, but he died just a month later. People say mostly due to the outrage of Anagni. Inside this palace you will find 2 well-preserved rooms. The Hall of the Chessboard, this is where the incident of the outrage of Anagni happened, and the Hall of the Ducks, with beautiful frescoes on the wall.